to let it go. I find myself alone. I try to let it go. I'm alone. Since you're gone, I gotta clean the space you left dirty. Moving on into another phase where you can't hurt me. Why is it so hard now? I gotta confess I'm losing it. Why do you keep haunting me? I gotta confess, I tried to let it go. I find myself alone. I tried to let it go. I'm alone. I tried to let it go. I find myself alone. I tried to let it go. I'm alone. Why is it so hard now? I gotta confess I'm losing it. Why do you keep haunting me? I gotta confess, I tried to let it go. I found myself alone. I tried to let it go. I'm alone. I tried to let it go. I find myself alone. I tried to let it go. I'm alone.
Shout out to everybody here on the live. I'm ready for Bitcoin and the weekly candle close. I could have gone longer, but and let's put the lemon into the water. I got some lemon wedges here earlier from dinner, so a little different than like the half a lemon, right? We'll put a little lemon into the water there. Let's get it going. This water tastes amazing. Sorry about the drinking sounds there, but you got to stay hydrated, and I'm all about that. I talk about it all the time, and I live it. I want to show you that drinking water is the best. So shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Let's jump on into Bitcoin. Shout out to the channel sponsors, I Trust Capital. My man in the house. No intermission. Shout out to channel sponsors, though. I Trust Capital. All right, link and description there. You can see a QR code. Awesome place to start a retirement account. You can take it out when you're 59, so it's it's a long-term time coming. If you're like my age, that's a good 18 years. I'm 41 years old. But you can buy and sell crypto, gold, and silver inside your IRA. Find out today. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. All right. Bang, bang, bang. Secondary channel sponsor as well is Decrypted.tax. If you want to get your taxes done this year, next year, or find out more about what you did this year, get a free consultation. Book now or get 25% off the full tax services. Sign up to Decrypted.tax today and find out more. Decrypted.tax/lifer to get that lifer discount, baby. All right. Meet my friends or your friends. So we talked about a move to the downside. I could see this falling wedge wanted to break down. I took here this length, and that was the measured move. It told me we were going to go to 66,072. And I told everyone, watch Bitcoin. I said, if it can't break back above the 200 SMA on the 7-minute time frame, stay short. I even said on the live stream I would stay short. They faked a break outside of a falling wedge, but it really was what I said was what happened was what? I said to watch, I'll get rid of the moving averages now, but I said to watch for a bearish retest of this trend line. Likely that the rising wedge is breaking to the downside. Target here is 66,000, but you can see the measured move was also right here near that point of control. Previous spot where we had, and that's 66,000. And Bitcoin did drop to the downside. So if you took my guidance from this morning live, I said, at the end of the day, I said, I'm short. Remember? Anyone remember that too? Because some guy said something about me not being short or something. So I came back to the live and said, you know what? I just want to make it clear here. I'm short. So if you watched me this morning, you'd be in the money, and you'd even know technically the measured move to the downside, right? And here I am pointing this out. And I gave this to my trading group, and you can say I did it at 9:30 in the morning, right? I would not long until we get above the 200 MA. And I'm showing you to the downside to 66,072, and eerily, creepily, in some weird shape or form, if you look at Bitcoin, we went to a low of 65.80, so I was off by like 180, $200. That's pretty dang good, right? And we're almost right where I called it here as we speak. So looks like lower times too for Bitcoin here, as we now have another local resistance at 66,400. However, we did what I was desiring, which that means close a weekly candle above 65.5. We're going to break it down. We're going to talk about it. We're going to celebrate. Enough about the smaller time frames. But if you were in my trading group, if you watched this morning, I didn't give a lot of updates. I'm not too active on a Sunday, but I said stay bearish. Look for the bearish retest. Make sure that we'd have to really close and stay above the 200 SMA. We got above it, but we lost it quite again. And when we lost it again, downside, and we broke to the downside for Bitcoin. Okay. Attempting to do the, Adam and Eve and make its final bottom for the night here. But you could also put it in a bigger channel. And to me, I see something like this brewing. And again, these are 50-50. They could go either way, the base of their the base. And so this is, you got a 50-50% pattern here now. And I just like making sense of the world, of this chaotic world of trading with patterns. All right, so we hit the first one. Measured move, again, was the base of this. And there you go. And that told me that's where we could, we went a little lower, but that basically got you where you needed to go. Okay. So we could take that away. That's been written in stone, unedited in my trading group. And simple, it was simple math. And it was simple, two simple things today. Watching the 200 SMA, watching this trend line. If we didn't get back inside the pattern, don't long, I said. There's no reason. I said, stay bearish. And, the bears would have won. So, again, I don't like being right when Bitcoin's bearish. But, again, the charts were telling us exactly what was likely going to happen. So, we could reverse back to the upside, get a move back to 66.9, 67K. Or do we continue back to 65.8? And that's kind of where we stand right now in the 7-minute time frame. And we're likely to get kind of tight and figure out what's about to happen. Look for a bullish retest or a bearish retest to the downside, right? And you could really play those retests if you watch them closely. If you know how to use the smaller time frames, you can play those retests, right? If we're bullish, the 1 minute will stay above the 200 and we'll continue to pump. So we'll get above this 200 and we'll get a big move. It looks like we may, because we lose it, we break above it once, we toy with it, and then we get a bigger move. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a bit of a short squeeze here. Look for this to kind of cup and handle to the upside. Look for a little bit of a div here on this 1 minute. And see how we bounce off the 618? It's interesting to me that we could get a bounce. Target would take us back to the same area I'm looking at, 66,696. Right, 66.7. Low stochastic, let's see what happens. You have a resistance really that you got to break through at 66.4. Another one, a local one right here at about 66.350. Yeah. But we have already bounced from 65.8 to 66.2 since the weekly candle closed, right? And, anyway, let's take a look at the weekly candle. I'm going to delete all this, but this is kind of where we stand right now. And we'll end up probably back here if the TA persists. But tonight is a different night of all, and a different show of all shows. It's the weekly candle close. It's the day that we really respect the weekly. We take a look at it. We hold it close. I used to kiss it if it was green. Mwah. There you go. Kissing the weekly candle. A little strange, though. I might not do that again. It felt a little, it felt a little odd. But anyway. Let's take a look here at Bitcoin. Opened at 61,484 even. The high was 67,700 even. 77. Look at that, 77. So weird. The low was 60,749 and 21 cents. And the candle closed at 66,274 and 1 penny, up $4,790.02, up 7.79%. Yeah. A giant weekly candle for Bitcoin. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Bullish engulfing. Spreads the word. Now, could it just be a bull trap? It could be. Time will tell. We're going to whittle it down day in and day out. But right now, that's a weekly break above this falling wedge to the upside. And that falling wedge, and if it is a bull flag, it does have a measured move. It's wick to wick, Then I give it some of the similar trajectory. And I keep getting like a $95,000 Bitcoin end of June into July somewhere. Now, it's different each time. It's not perfect. You know what I mean? It's a very big, but I'm getting somewhere up into the $95,000, $98,000 region for BTC. All right. I'm still in Bitcoin short, but I definitely find a new coin to short. Still testing for 71. Wow. Enjoy it. Amazing week. It was an amazing week. It really was. Shout out to Crypto Billy in the house. Shout out to Rave Saw Records in the house. Crypto Nate, D Spear 09, the Green Crew, Crypto Bellico, GF Burke, Greg Gutowski in the house. My man Ray, never missing a stream, on point. Helped me build my studio right now. Really got my studio where it is today. Really seriously moved it to where it is today. Literally, he got me where I am today. It's like in figurative speak. No. Literally, he got me personally. He got my things where they are today, so I could be here today. 67,000, 68,000 still is a big red area, so we could still see a short squeeze. But they built a lot of liquidity all the way back down to 62,000. Like they want to rain on my parade and bring us all the way back down to 62,090, 62,900. Interesting. We'll see what happens, but they, so if you had a bet on it, again, we don't, but we use probabilities in trading. But if we look at this, the probability is that we will go further to the downside. There's just more, there's so much more liquidity, but it's not 100%. And that's a pretty deep red above us. So it's almost the darkest red. And so I listen when I see what I call big red, and big red's at 67.8. So, there's still some chance here that we do get a move. It's not all bearish at the present moment in time. So the weekly close, super bullish. I love what I'm seeing. Even if the small time frames are somewhat bearish, okay, it is what it is. But the weekly close, super bullish. So far, so good for the weekly. All right. Let's move forward to the 3-day chart. 3-day chart finally getting, a bearish tone. But the MACD about to get a bullish cross. The RSI looks pretty bullish to me. And the Stokes are very, very bullish, pointing to the upside with momentum after being down in the dumps and getting a rounded bottom, and even like a bit of a double bottom there. So Stokes looks bullish to me. We'll see. We do have 23 hours and 36 minutes till this candle closes. It's sad. It's a rejection candle for sure. We couldn't get back above 67.2. That's going to be the weekly support or resistance. One thing I always mention, right? On the weekly candle close, might as well mention it. But 65,500. And then the fact that we didn't close a weekly candle below 60K was beautiful. I just wanted to see a weekly candle close back above 65.5. We did that. Now the next candle, now, just as sad as it is, as boring as this sounds, I just want to see this candle close above 65.5. We get a close above 65.5, we're golden. And we can continue to move to the upside, and then altcoins will that will be the beginning of what could be the beginning of a huge, people don't realize how this, it seems so boring, the step-by-step nature. We're the ones that are going to find out exactly when Bitcoin flips and hits the switch, and we're going to be there, and our money's in the market ready to rock. And so it is what it is, like Solana. But so that's a bearish sign right now that we couldn't get above 67.2. That's gonna, if that closes bearish, that will be a bearish engulf, not a bearish engulfing, but it'll be tweezer tops, and that's usually right there that was bearish, right there that was bearish, right there that was bearish, right there was a little bearish, and it could also be a little bearish over here. But we did break out. Everything looks good to me, unless we break back inside the pattern. And I'll show you my other go-tos. So we got above the 200 SMA again nicely on the 22 and the 12. That's important. And the 8-hour now, it's hustling with going to lose the 200. See, if the 8-hour loses the 200, my long-term trade kind of So it looked good until it didn't, right? And we ended up with that bearish div. We made the rising wedge, and we knew the rising wedges break down 68% of the time. We talked about it. We went over it. And even today, when I woke up this morning, I saw bearishness, okay? If the 8-hour loses this key level at 65,005, and we're going to drop back down to this point of control, possibly to 62.8. You can see it. And then we lose the 200 SMA. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. This could be a beautiful bounce here for the 8-hour time frame. So the 8-hour is going to be challenged. And we're going to find out what it's made of here. And, and it's crazy with the volatility of Monday into Sunday too, right? It's not even like it's going to be easy on us like on a Tuesday or something. Be careful Sunday night into Monday, heavy volatility every single time. So that's always going to be, a time of reckoning. Wouldn't that make your first, let's open up my first trade and get ready Sunday night into Monday, all right? And it's funny, I feel like a broken record. I feel like we were just here. If this does break out, I mean, you get a massive bounce back, possibly to 71.5, and we start ripping. So we lose it, we break down. So it's a key area definitely a gutsy call to be in a trade right now like I am, right? Because we may take advantage of a huge move. We may get punished. And we're pretty close to finding out in the next probably, if it's an 8-hour candle, 3 is 24. So in the next, I'd say 16 to 32 hours at the very most, we're going to come to reckoning with what's going to happen here for Bitcoin. But the 8 hours starting to get oversold again. Not there yet, but starting. On the stochastics RSI. MACD beginning it's red, and it does, there's a kind of a bearish div here too, because like you kind of flattened out. Slight uptrend here, but you eventually kind of went flat. It's pretty flat. It's not the worst, but to me it's somewhat bearish div. We take a look at the 4-hour for Bitcoin, and now we're back to oversold yet again on this stochastics. And we haven't, and we made we're still in this higher low path. So there is a chance that this is your pattern, and you're about to bounce here and consolidate nicely for Bitcoin. You could also be doing this. It's interesting how this looks like. Look, remember the shoulder, this head and this right shoulder. This looks like the shoulder, a flatter head, and it looks like it almost going to make like the exact Adam, the Allison Looking Glass flip-flop. Like you flipped them upside down, like pretty weird. See so many strange anomalies in trading. But anyway, we'll see what happens. We want to get a bounce here on the 4-hour, just like we called this last bounce here. That was the last bounce I called in the 4-hour. We do it again here, and I'm still on my long. I'm going to remain long, which tells you that I have, I'm going to remain gutsy in the long. The moving average is a little far apart. We did just get a golden cross. Usually you get some type of pullback around a little after that, but it says the overall bigger picture is bright to the upside. So Bitcoin has to break back above 67,800 to remain bullish, and then our old friend 67, or 68,000, and then we could be. So let's see, could we get a bounce here? The 4-hour, the 1-hour, they all, are pretty overbought. I mean, oversold, and they've been beat to the ground today pretty nastily. Even the 1-hour suggests a little more downside for Bitcoin, right? Like, do you drop double? You really, once you lose this low though, so once you break 65.8, you're gonna have to assume you're coming in for the bearish retest, and there's a lower low coming there. So I'm remaining long. That just tells you where I'm at. Maybe we can make this shoulder, this kind of head and right shoulder, and we can get on out of here. So I'm going to look for this consolidation to get tighter throughout tonight. But remember, if we start to lose this in level, we're done, right? And if you lose the 1-hour 200 SMA, that's a definite short signal, or at least a temporary one. But they're going to toy with us. It's Sunday night into Monday. Be careful. They'll go up. They'll go down. They could go down, go up. Volatility is at its best. All right. So just brace yourself. It starts right at 8 p.m. as the candle closes, and sometimes a half an hour before, usually even. And then it starts to get crazy. So just pay attention to the weekly candle, every single Sunday night. It's important. I'm telling you. So let's look. I mean, low, high, higher low. We're in an uptrend. Can we make a higher high? Bitcoin just has to break above. And if it breaks weekly 67.2, and then even here, these two tops, like 67.5, 49, that's so golden. So the whole world looking for the bounce, the tightness into the channel, and then the break to the upside. They might break it down a little bit, then break it back inside and pump it. We don't know for sure, but we're looking for the bounce. So far, we have defended the low at 64,005. Wow, we went all the way to 64.5, came all the way back down to the high at 67, hit a low of 66, came back up to 67.495, and now we're attempting to find a low again. 7 minute and 15, both in these falling wedges. We want to see them break to the upside for Bitcoin. That's what we're looking for. So I'd watch your 15 and your 7. Locally, you just want to, so that's what I zoom in. I'm like, all right, now what level? So the main level to watch here, look, 66.4, 68, 66.5. You break above there, you're breaking out of the channel. Boom, boom, boom. All right. And then I even include this 1 minute. If the 1 minute can get back above its 200 SMA and get a move to the upside, and this is where we're back here watching this flag. Remember, like I was like, we'll probably end up, if the TA plays out, you'll end up doing the same thing, right? And so here we stand yet again for Bitcoin. We want to see a gap through here, back up to 66.8. We want to get above the 200 SMA, and then, you know, that could be a nice, beautiful move here. It's almost a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder, a very sloppy one in a way, right? Can we check NOI, Syntropy on the 4-hour and the daily, please? Shout out to Joker NYC in the house for the beautiful $5 super chat. Let's take a look at NOIA, Syntropy. Thank you so much for that beautiful super chat. We appreciate you and we love you. On CoinX too. The down and dirty low. So this coin was the hottest thing since sliced bread. I remember even years ago. Find my CoinX. Let me find another chart. I believe we used to trade it on, I'd say KuCoin like over 2 years ago, but funny, they call it Syntranet right now, but it's Syntropy. I don't know why they got a funny name for it, but this is it here at 18 cents, right? They got I don't know why they're doing something. I'm just going to double check here, but you never know. Syntranet, NOIA. Maybe did they rebrand to Syntranet from Syntropy? It looks like they may have. I'm going to go with that, all right? I mean, how beautiful is that thing? It was 2 cents. It pumped all the way to 31, did a 15x. 15x, right? 10 grand turns into $150,000. Like, unbelievable, right? That's like hitting at Vegas. Like, that's big money. And now you got 52 as the target. Your next bigger target. Which that would be like a 25x. And now this is where you pull your fibs. And you can see we're bouncing very close to the 618 golden pocket and the 200 SMA. That tells me if I believe in a project and I think it could do numbers, definitely a place I want to start taking a gamble, you know, taking a look, taking an observation. All right. So here we are again, 15, 11 key levels, and 52 would be the next bigger target. I like what I'm seeing for Syntropy. Bet it's oversold on that 2-day. Yeah, that 2-day looks beautiful. Got this giant Sammy cup and handy. You bounce very close to the golden pocket. Maybe you come lower and come all the way to the 786. If Bitcoin tumbled again, it would take Syntropy down. But there's a chance that you've had your lows. So definitely a time to DCA. I'm not saying it's perfect. It could go lower. But it's definitely a time when I would start to look into DCAing into Syntropy for sure. So I like what I'm seeing for that. Always happens for someone, Crypto Sam. Someone out there may have gotten lucky. HOP. I have no idea what he's saying. But yes, thank you. God bless you. Sound like you're supporting me, so thank you. What about the massive cup and handle going back to last cycle? Yeah. Next TP for Sol could be 166. If this doesn't hold, dang, it's going to be bloody. Wow. Yikes. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Blessings on blessings. Sounds like you shook one. Sounds like you was a shook one, boy. Anyway, I had to stir the pot, man. I don't know why. Let's take a look at total, the market cap of all of cryptocurrency, and see what we're seeing here on total market cap. Total's inside a beautiful flag. 2-day chart's getting a little extended. All right. Not the 3-day chart still got lost. So it's like that 3 days really got to carry me home. Coming man to carry me home. Sorry, did you guys as a kid was that? No, sorry. I thought maybe we all could. No. All right. Sorry. Not tonight. No. So resistance at 2.4. We got to break this. This is 67.2. Like, we got to break above this. We break above this. Boom. We can get to that all-time high. And then we can really, really move to the next leg of the to the upside. You know, it looks like it's likely going to happen. We have hidden bullish on the 3-day chart, which is going to be the swing up, the swing up. You really got to learn your hidden bullish, and you got to understand. You don't have to, you know, this is the thing about trading. You have to understand what someone's teaching. Then you have to learn it. I think those things, they go hand in hand, but not really. You have to understand what someone's teaching, then learn it. Apply it at home. Man, that water's so good. Then once you apply what you know at home, right? Okay. Shout out to Chicago Brew, man. God bless you, man. Thank you for being here. Yeah. What I'm saying is, you know, you focus on the things that matter, all right? But hidden bullish is important. And it's like everyone thinks they're waiting for like an indicator that's going to tell you exactly what to do. Hidden bullish tells you what to do, but you got to understand it. So what you do is you learn it. Then you have to, you know, so you basically watch, you see someone explain it and you understand it. Then you go home and you learn it. Then you apply it. Then you use real money to act, and it changes your life. And then you start to use it again and again. All right. So, Doge breakout on the 50-minute scout. 10x leverage for a 50% win. Let's go. Wow, that's crazy. Dragon Slayer. Shout out to Indian Rock Child in the house. Bang, bang, bang. So Bitcoin getting the pump out the flag to the upside as we drew. Kind of that cup and handle, right? It held support. Nice to see that. It should pump all the way to the 200 SMA now. You should get a little more of a short squeeze here. Let's get the move for Bitcoin. Bit of that shoulder, kind of head and right shoulder. So far, so good here on this volatile night. Just be careful. Even if I'm correct, I wouldn't trade it. Even if I, you know, saw a price action that goes where I'm going. I just, you know, I have rules. My leverage trading. Now I may spot trade. I may buy more Bitcoin, stuff like that. But for the most part, I'm just, you know, I'm an observer for the night. There is a beautiful gap here though on that VRVP, and things are looking like we could get further to the upside for sure. So, but only time will tell. God knows I've been waiting patiently. Amen. Driftcoin possible squeeze. Don't miss out, my good people. Driftcoin, man. I don't know. I'm just reading the comments. I don't know what that man said. I don't believe in everything that I read there. I just want to make that clear. Weekly on Bitcoin looks juicy. It does. It really does. And look at this beautiful move. The divergence on the 7-minute pointing to the upside. 1 minute probably broke the 200. See, 1 minute broke the 200. That's my signal right there to go long. Tells me I should open up a long right now with a stop loss below, no matter what day it is, and I'll win. And look, it even had a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. That looks like it's going to pump. Target takes you to 66,720. I love it. I love it. And so far, so good for Bitcoin. This 7-minute will close the gap to the 200. If the 7-minute breaks back above the 200, I kind of would have to go long yet again. So we called that short. Now we could possibly see a long out this flag to the upside. And you can see price reversing right now. We're here on the live, immediately right here in front of us. Amazing. On the live channel, we got a bit of a short squeeze here. And that was that short squeeze right there. Just nice little flush to the upside into liquidity. And I'm telling you, we still have liquidity all the way up. Big Red is at 67,800. So don't be shy. There's a chance we still could get this move. And look, that could bring us all the way up here at least. This gap in the VRVP. See this beautiful gap on the 7? From this node to that node. You got space. It's like a running back that has room to run. You got space, baby. You got space to make that space. All right. So that looks very interesting to me. Again, resistance. Local resistance at 66.5. We got to break back above that to remain bullish. But Bitcoin gets a little move here on the weekly candle Sunday night. And expect volatility. Expect some type of crazy movement here for Bitcoin. Could be a fake out breakout. And what will happen? Look, we're in this bigger channel. I feel like we broke back. I feel like we'd come somewhere back to 65.6, 65.8. And again, I'm cool as long as we don't close a weekly candle below 65.5. We can even go below it for a couple days, but not too long, right? And again, see this wick back down? We may rip to the upside. We may. I'm not telling you. I don't know nothing about what Bitcoin's going to do. I know nothing but Bitcoin. Like, you know, I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance when it comes to Bitcoin. I know nothing about Bitcoin. You know, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to. When I look at a price action, I just look for probabilities. I don't tell myself I know where Bitcoin's going, or I think, or I feel, or I believe. Get rid of those words. I think, I feel, I believe. When you're starting to use those words, usually a problem. All right. Solana analysis, please. 3-day weekly, come up. Weekend candle close 40 minutes ago. Yeah, we went over it, man. Render looking really ready to go. I know nothing. I only keep saying what's going to happen before it does. That's all. I know how to read the moving average. I know how to read the price action. That's all. That's what I do know. Give us a live trade. Long time no see. Shout out to Baron Riddy. God bless you. Thank you for jumping on in. Fake pump and dump. Bang, bang, bang. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Anything could happen, man. Anything could happen. I'm always ready, Stack. You know I'm always ready, man. You know I'm always ready, bro. Anything could happen, baby. Someone wrote Celtics in 4, Pacers stand no chance. That's just the first thing I see on Twitter. What a boring Eastern Conference Finals. I'm rocking with Boston, somebody says. Celtics in 4. Even Larry already knows the outcome. Tatum on niche. Celtics in 5. The Celtics play like they should be done in 5. They just have more firepower and better defense. If they play like they did in some games against the Heat, then Pacers will steal some games. The Pacers are cooked. Celtics 4-2. Could be the best playoff series of all time. Boston in 4, maybe 5 if they miss a flight. Celtics in 5. 4-0 Celtics. Wow, people were just... See, I don't like seeing that, you know, when people get over on one team, like... But it's definitely predominantly... And, you know, that's just what the Twitter people are saying. That's what the Twitter people are saying. So when the 1 minute breaks above the 200, it's usually a bullish move. You're looking for this little flag to cook. Cook, baby, cook. I'll show you how I may enter the trade. I don't know if I'm going to take it. But if I were to enter the trade, let me show you. Cook, baby, cook, cook, cook. All right. We'll take a look at Welsh for my man real quick too while we're waiting here for me to get my act together there on Perpetual. Let's take a look at Welsh over here. Welsh was the first meme coin, and correct me if I'm wrong, on like BRC20, really, right? I bought it right here, sold it right there, and then it just continued to move. Now look at it all the way back down. Like these things you got to take, I mean, especially a meme coin. But, does it come back from the dead? Who knows? But that thing is sold to the ground and it could never come back. You never know. I don't know. It all depends. The thing is, it's a no utility coin, right? So TA has it. I mean, it didn't even stop at the 786. It just got sold off all the way. And even BRC20 is somewhat experimental too. You have to remember that. So if BRC20 comes back, which it should, and Bitcoin bounces back, and this thing could bounce, but I mean, it's like WIF, other coins keep gaining areas. They pull back, but not like that. So that's bearish. When you come all the way back to the beginning, I mean, like I'm happy I took my gains now when I did, see? But it is what it is. Ooh, PYTH took a beat down, huh? Why did PYTH get hit so hard? I think they were having an unlock, right? And PYTH was at a high of $1, came all the way back to 34. Dang, and that's like when I was first getting into PYTH, it was 34, 38. Back in November, we rode that puppy up for a 3x and then all the way back down. I believe PYTH is in a bigger project, but dang, that's like some altcoins taking a beat down today. Look at that. PYTH all the way back down to the 786. That takes the wind out your sail for sure if you're holding PYTH long term. It's like, all right, we had to go all the way back up the ladder again. And then what's going to do is it induce a lot more selling here because people aren't going to trust it once they get back to $1.10. It's going to be a lot of people underwater. So it always creates a more unhealthy selling pressure, right? A lot of altcoins are struggling a little bit more than normal, you know. You could say kind of like an emerging cup and handle there in a way, but still, wow. And now PYTH has resistance back at 60 cents. That's going to be its major next big hurdle, 60 and 70 cents for it to break back above, all right? Wow. Sad news for PYTH, all right? I mean, if you believe it, that is an opportunity, but wow, I mean, it's still more a bearish sign. I mean, I like to pull back to the 618, but then that's a beatdown. Can you check ORNJ, says Maximo Pascal. Let's take a look at ORNJ. And I hold ORNJ long term. I also hold PYTH. I'm not afraid to admit it, that I took that beatdown there on a long term hold. I don't check it every day too, so it's not like I'm not like sweating it. ORNJ took a beat down too. Like all the BRC20 coins took a beat down. The whole like Bitcoin, you know, honestly, Runes was a bit disappointing. And I think Runes kind of stole a lot of liquidity. Not, you know, I'm not trying to say stole, but you know what I mean? Like grabbed a lot of liquidity out of the market. And then there was some bickering between the originality and what was going on and the insiders who knew what was going to happen to certain things. And I don't know, there was a lot of, when things get that over, you know, that nerdy, you know what I mean? And I don't mean to be, you know, I'm a nerd. I consider myself, when they get too nerdy though, there's just too many people that know about like the project that this guy's making that, and they fall and then they sell on it. There's a lot of inside nonsense going on there. And it's Bitcoin too. People are losing Bitcoins. To me, I'm very weary of my Bitcoin. Like once Bitcoin gets bought, Bitcoin gets packed away and that's it. You know, it gets given to my kids and like, that's it. Like that's the plan. So 76 would be the target when we get there. You know, we'd have to say this is our bottom. You have to believe in the project over time, and that BRC20 is going to eventually, you know, evolve again. But wow, I mean, back to 26 and taking a beat down for sure, and a very ugly chart. Yeah, 50% of total supply unlocked. That's good though, because now a lot of the supply is out, right? So bang, bang, bang. So a lot of altcoins took a beat down to the ground. Now, WIF ain't bad though. Like, to me, WIF, all the other ones are like back where they started. See, WIF, this is more like healthy consolidation. It's even making higher lows. It may go lower. We don't know exactly what's going to happen, but, you know, almost like a head and shoulder that may dump real. It may lose it all the way back down, right? We never know. Like if it loses to 27, it looks like it could go all the way back down to 26 cents. Definitely something to be wary of. I was saying I wouldn't touch WIF till it breaks up and retest $3.30 and then take it for a swing trade to 777, 3333 to 777. I thought that was amazing. All right. So look, the 1 minute came and it bounced off the 200 MA, which is super bullish. So if I was going to trade this, let me see here. I'd be back on the 1 minute again, like I always am. Oh, if I could, I mean, I'm trading the breakout at this point. But I'm still close enough to the 200 that I'm getting the gap move. Stop has to be at like 66,231. I got to enter now or never, or it's not worth it. I'm going to have to go up higher. Like, I got to go to like 67,300. Oh, I just missed it, man. Damn it. Sorry. I just know how this thing works, and I missed the move. Like, I just chased it. Then I buy the top. You know, it's like now I got to be taken care of by the bears here. They got to pump me up, right? And don't trade like me on a Sunday night into Monday. I did this for your viewing pleasure. I didn't risk a lot, right? $150. We'll see where it goes. And I'm up huge since Friday, so I don't want to taint my trading after such a nice Friday. All right. But technically, we should not break back below the 200 SMA. With the Stokes curving like this, we should get a continuation move. All right. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. And I always use a stop loss. Look at my risk management. I should go to at least 67,000, which puts me at a 3-to-1 risk reward ratio. See if we can win this trade here on a short squeeze tonight. On an awkward short squeeze too. On a Sunday night, we got liquidity above us there at 68,000. Big Red wants blood. It says that we could get there. Only time will tell. Right? And we'll watch this trade. $1,700 in the trade at 37x leverage. It makes it a $63,000 trade. Nothing too crazy, but it would be as if you got into 63,000 spot for Bitcoin. Okay. There's Alfuel due to one entity mining 65% of hash rate. A couple other POW coins too. Interesting. Agree putting orders for ICP. Okay. You just taught someone Sammy. Hey, thank you, man. Let's get the sauce going, baby. There we go. We're in the money now. That's how you make a quick $50. I mean, that's a fast $50. You can't say it. And look, I'm the king of 3%. The win rate's been so great. I just want to be like, okay, fast $40. It's getting crazy here. When this starts shaking, you know, it's just, and there's a short squeeze. Like, how does it happen every time I touch the mic? So crazy. Watch this become a violent one now. I'm telling you, this move here was beautiful. This bounce. Wow, we're up $67 pretty fast. And Moon City. Look at that thing going. Look at the squeeze go. And these are the short squeeze emblems right here. That's how I know people are getting liquidated. They're trading against me. That's a fast $67 right there. $54, 49, 40. I take the trade. It's a tiny trade, but it's still the rush of the trade, man. Right? I could have lost, could have won. Sunday night trading, right? But that was like 4 or 5%, pretty fast. A little bit of bearish div right here. This is what made me a little see swing down while that swung up. And you definitely got the measured move. So, like, I got in late, too. So, I didn't want to push it. So, there you go. I made a live trade for you. In and out. Not saying I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread. All right. But I did win another trade. Could the DXY have contributed, Sam? Even if Bitcoin wanted to dump, there looks like it will eventually be a short squeeze to liquidate shorts to 70K. Yeah, they love doing that. They love it over here. Now look for a possible another flag. Back to the 21 again. I'm getting super technical with you, but 21 back to the stochastic. So like this is, ideally, this is what I would like to see. Stochastics reset. 5 minutes later, we blast up to the next move. But we could just go a little bit and just blast, you know, and I don't get that set up. So there's no guarantees that everything I'm saying is going to happen. But at least I got an idea of a setup, right? Usually it continues to pump. Especially we're pretty close to the 21. So I entered the trade again. It would be 66,749. The stop would be right there, early bird style, like pretty early, 66,316. Then I'd risk 100 for 300 on the dot there, right? See, there's your cup. It's like what I call an emerging cup and handle. I smell a huge short squeeze about to happen. But it is Sunday night, and I also have trading rules that tell me not to overtrade Sunday night. So I get that. That makes me chill, right? I see us having to at least touch the 21 before our next, you know, that's what I want to see. So far, we're making the flag that I projected. All right. Just prying lots of monkeys, said his shorts now. Just praying lots of monkeys, said his shorts now. What the? Look at the 15 VRVP gap. Yeah. I'm sticking ICP to long for now. Could low. Yeah, it all depends, man. It all depends there, kiddo. All right. That looks nice to me. I think I should full port it and go like 300 for 900 real quick and just make it happen. Show you how to make 900 in 10 minutes. Blah. Walk away, call the trade done. See y'all tomorrow, right? Do I have the guts or do I lose 300 in front of everyone and have to cry myself to sleep like a little baby? That's the life I live. That's the life I live. That's the life I live. It's not easy being greasy, you know. Have you ever dabbled in stock options? No, I've never have. And I don't think I ever will, but you never know. You never know. The trade is good, don't worry. Place it in the 15 is bullish, right? We could risk half of what we made already. So if I go for 100, I can only lose 60 because I already made like 40. So we'll go for flag number 2, which you shouldn't be trading on Sunday night. We're likely to lose what we had and give it right back. That's what's going to happen every time. All right. Every single day. Every single time you're going to give it back. You ain't going to win that trade, boy. Ain't going to happen the way you want it to. Look at that nasty red coming right for me. 2 seconds, I'm out. Like that. Done. Done. No, you never know. I'm just saying it could happen that fast. So just be careful. We're battling. We're battling. Back up. Wow. Wow. Up $19? That fast? Are you serious? Again, up $22? Up $29? $50 again? Oh my gosh. Look at that thing going. And she's gone. Whoa. Woo-wee. Look at that thing. 70 beans. Pay me like you want me. Pay me like you know me. Oh, no. Oh, go back up. Oh, the battle. Oh, show me the money. I'm taking my 100. I'm out. Sorry. I'm just having some fun with y'all. He's like, don't close it. It's going to continue to moon. It probably will. I would have made 500. But I take gains in front of me, you know. And really, original trade would have continued to go up, right? But I showed you how to re-enter again without fear. Without fear. All right? Shake and bake. Just look at that stick you Man, it's good time. It's good to be with each and every one of y'all. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. I love y'all. Like, this is where I want to be. You know, no place I want to be better with my trading community, banging on them, having a blast, you know, taking a chance, taking a shot. If you don't take a shot, you don't win. All right. If you don't take profits, if you don't sell, you never win. Right. So you got to learn how to sell and take some profits. We are starting to make a bit of a rising wedge here. Rising wedges do break down 68% of the time. Right. As fun as I am and as fun as I make it for you and everybody else, like, you know, there's some bearish div there, but maybe it's a parabolic move to the upside. But I might have sold that local top like a boss. We'll see. We'll see. People bust their butt for $100 a day. In crypto, you can make it in seconds, right? Like, I just make $100 like that. You seen it. With the other two trades, with the two trade combined, I made like $150 in an hour too. Like, I've been sitting here for an hour, right? We've been on since 8:10 with the countdown. So, and we weren't even trading that long. We only started trading like 10, 15 minutes ago, like live trading. $150, 15 minutes. You do have to have your wits about you. You do have to, you know, because that you have to understand, you guys are just watching 10, 15 minutes of my life. Right? And normally I wouldn't even trade like this. I went against my rules. Number one, I don't like to trade Sunday night into Monday. I did it because the night seemed a little flat. I felt like y'all needed to pick me up. And it's fun to see someone is it not fun to see someone open up a live trade? Let's be honest. Put a 333 if you like watching someone make a live trade. That was exhilarating, right? We didn't know what the candles were going to do. We didn't know they were going to move up, but they did. And to watch, the money movement, you know what I mean? Even if it's $50, $100, I don't care what it was, right? Like, Sammy is a legend. Shout out to my man. We love you, brother. Took that scalp like a boss. I love you guys. Look at that. Had I not scalped out, look at that dumb peasy now. Bearish divergence, you know, and that's why when you're up that fat, whenever I made a pact with myself when trading leverage. And there was these few rules. And the rules I made were this. If you make $100 in 2 minutes, take the money. If you make $500 in 5 minutes, take the money. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to do a backflip. Here we go. Ready? You just saw me. I just did it and came back. You know, that made me $43. Appreciate you. Anytime, man. Hey, man, $43 is more than we had before. That's how I look at it. It's more than we had before. All right. I'm going to erase this before it looks like someone thinks I'm taking that long. Look, rising wedges with bearish divergence comes back to the 200 SMA, right? We know our stuff. We know that's a rising wedge. I built it. I saw that there was bearish divergence. The stochastics were overbought. That's not like magic time. Now we can delete this and we look at fresh. We are above the 200 SMA, which is a bullish sign. That's bullish. Could we hold that? That's something we would like to see. Look at our 15-minute. Now, my next long could be if the 15-minute breaks back above the 200 MA. You kind of look at this pattern yet again, and you're like, do you get back inside the pattern? You're just playing. You get back inside, then I would long. So if somehow the 15-minute gets back up in here and does something like this, I'm in. It gets above this yellow line and does some squiggly, sideways price action, I am in. I've seen that before, and I've watched that happen, and that's a bigger move. All right. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. We're doing live trading on the weekly candle close. You don't see this at all. Nobody live trades on Sunday night. It's very rare. Show me the live trader on Sunday night, right? I was here this morning. I was here last night. I was here Saturday morning. We don't take days off. We even work harder on the weekends than on the weekdays, for crying out loud. We push you guys to find a way every single time. There's opportunity in this market. If you become the opportunity, you will find it. Make sure you find it. Just tackle it. Go after it. Make it happen. Believe in yourself every single day. Winning is winning. I don't care if you win by an inch or a mile. Vin Diesel. Amen. Damn, man. VRVP, I keep giving it back to the market. Over trade way too much. Yeah, you got to learn how to have control over yourself. I'm joining the squad. Jump on in. I'm going to teach you discipline. Winning 8 days a week. Bang, bang, bang. Crypto Bellico. I am the opportunity. Exactly. Say that over and over and over and over again. I'm telling you. I am the opportunity. I am the opportunity. I am the opportunity. And then you realize I got to work out in the morning. I got to be positive, because if I'm the opportunity, then, and it comes from within me, then I got to get all my energy up. I'm closing my eyes because I'm seeing how I gear up to go through the day, to fight all the demons that could pull you down. You can't let yourself get into mental depression. You can't let yourself fall back mentally. You have to be mentally strong. You have to build a fortress around yourself that says, I can, I will, I'm going to do this. Nothing's going to stop me. I'm going to hit some roadblocks. Days aren't going to be perfect. This is what you to say to yourself. Many times it's not going to go my way. All right. Jordan said, Michael Jordan, like, I don't know, 500 times or something, he missed the winning shot. Like, things you never think about, because he took it so many times. Like, he missed a lot of the one, but you miss every shot you don't take, right? So everyone always remembers the great moments, but they don't realize how hard it was to become great, how much failure it takes to become great. Every good trader went through pain. Every good trader that's made a few $1 million has a story of losing probably $100,000 or more at least. I'm telling you right now. So including me, or not losing it, but watching your portfolio maybe go from up down $100,000, or actually, over leveraging and over investing in a market that doesn't produce, or maybe in an idea that doesn't pan out, So big salute for the best crypto lifer from Morocco. God bless you, brother. Thank you. Mrs. Don't Make the Heart, G-Lie Reels. You're funny. This is true. I was depressed for the last 3 months and just got out of it 2 weeks ago. Stay strong and stay positive. JSoul84, we love you, man. Keep pushing, bro. I connect with you mentally. I see what you say on Twitter. I follow your thoughts. I'm with you, brother. You've got this one. Keep working out. Physical, you find a way to work out. I'm telling you right now. Go to the videos I give you. Type in level 6 exercise on YouTube and do half the workout until you can do the whole one. And then look at his other workouts. And there's free workouts you can do from home. Calisthenics with your body weight. There's no excuses for anybody out here. I can work out in a 4x4 foot space. 4x4 feet is all I need. And I can make it happen. And I can give you a grueling workout that will hurt you as if you lifted 10, tons of weights. You'll be crying from your own body weight. So anyway, I love you all. I'm just saying, if you're in a rut, working out is the best number one thing you can do. All right. 6333333. Anyway, so I would wait for that to get back above. We had some fun. I don't know if it's time to get back in again. And look, I sold that top like a boss. That whole thing came down like a crashing house of cards over here. So again, don't do what I do. If you tried to follow me and you don't have control over your emotions, you would not have sold there. You would have been like, oh, it's going to keep going. It's going to keep going. Then it would have went down. You're like, well, I don't want to sell now. I'm only at 50. I was up 100. Then you would have been here. Then you would have been here. And then you would have got froze. And then you would have, and now you would be panic selling right now. All right. And you would have made no money at all while you watched me do it. Because and you would have said, oh, that's why he sold for $100. And then you wouldn't be making so much fun of me. Some people make fun of me. Now, if it kept pumping, people would have made fun of me. You only made $100. You could have made 1,000. What a clown. And that's what you have to get out of your head. What other people think. Who cares what other people think of me and my trade? Does it matter? No. Right? I'm trying to teach people how to learn how to control their emotions. People are watching me, and I'm you want to make sure so I'm teaching you guys really through the act of doing it every single day. All right. So always have a short plan. Adding to ETH short here. I just traded with my mom. TGE. First time with you. She saw it. Amazing. Shout out to Crypto Trees. Arnold said you can't climb the ladder of success without your hands, with your hands in your pockets. Amen. Simple push-ups just to get blood flowing to the dome is enough. Amen. I love that, Ray Ree. Shout out to Ray Ree. Shout out to Kane Fitness. Shout out to Dreadlock Monster in the house. Then you can move to Florida too. Gains in the Gators' faces. Swamp puppies. They're funny. Where them swamp puppies at? ICP on the move. Y'all heard you had your chance. Amen. I blunt on 4 accounts. Trading is not easy without a plan. I set up my miners to make 8 cash a day. Sam, can you give my girlfriend Emily a shout out? Shout out to Emily. We love you. Treat that man right tonight. He just gave you a shout out. You know what I'm saying? I'm an Aries, so I love my fire. My fire I'll go that. That's all I'm gonna say. But give that man that fire tonight. Shout out to Ragnar, man. We love you, man. Hope you and Emily having a wonderful time together. Hope you guys are gonna maybe get married one day and have wonderful kids. Maybe you already have some. I don't know. But I'm telling you, getting married and having kids would be the best thing you ever did. Look at that beautiful dump to the downside. The rising wedge did come down 68%. Should have shorted the puppy. Should have flipped to short. Bang, on the reverse, right? That's why you got to have control, man. What a quick move. In and out like a sniper. And it feels so good when you sell. Look, I sold right there, basically the exact top there, and that thing went crashing down like a ton of bricks. It was the 1 minute time frame on Sunday night. Be very careful on a Sunday night. Trading on a Sunday night can get you caught up. All right. I'm lucky I got in and out the way I did. Give my dog Smalls a shout out. She has 4 legs and a tail. Shout out to Smalls. We love you. We appreciate you, Smalls. Get back in the house. Your failures are your best teachers. You have to crack an egg to make an omelet. Amen. We're seriously considered moving to Florida too. Hey man, come on down, dude. Sarasota, make it happen. Move to my neck of the woods and have a blast. It's a really clean family place to live where I'm at. Yeah. When trying something turns into something you do, success is soon to be with you. When trying something turns into just something you do, success is soon to be with you. Amen. Sunrise, Florida here. Great place to live. DK would be allowed in. Yeah, we let him in. I'm in Vero Beach. Amen. Riot going to rip this week. Maybe. Shout out to my brother Jared. He's hating on me, telling me crypto right now. Tell him crypto is the future. Jared, crypto's the future, man. Stop playing games with your brother, man. He's hanging out with 3-piece suit guys that drive Escalades and go around the world, bro. I mean, so, those are his peoples, bro. So, Clemont, Florida here. Bang, bang, bang. Let's go. She loves it. Thank you. Amen, man. Fort Lauderdale in the house. Hey, Sam, can you give us a story time about a time you got on tilt trading? No. That's not for tonight, man. Maybe tomorrow night. Shout out to the 920 people here on the live. Let's get the likes into the watchers hour. Greatly appreciated. Chat revenue, $18.99. That's so nice of you to give chat revenue tonight. God bless you all for doing that. I think there's a coin I got to go over right now in the back of my mind that people asked about. Jordan made it against Craig Illo of the Cavs back at 89 at the buzzer. We'll never forget it. Crypto Billy in the house remembers this basketball. Hey, I'm sorry about your Cavaliers, man. We put them down like Old Yeller, though. Sorry, that's not right? I hope I don't get, you know what I mean, though. I mean, he was, the whole thing is Old Yeller was hurting, man. You don't want to see him in pain anymore. I love dogs. This whole thing sounds horrible. It didn't sound right. It just didn't sound right, man. But we swept the Cavaliers like a dirty kitchen. All right. You ever work at a kitchen? I did. You pick up those rubber things at the end of the night, the rubber floor mats, and then you sweep all the food and nastiness that fell through the holes in the right? And you get the grease. You slip it on the grease because there's so much grease on the floor on that cheap tile that they put in. Who here's done that? I've done it. Who's worked at like a greasy fry place or something, or a place where I was deep frying seafood. The grease is all over the floor. You scrub it, but you never fully get it to mix in with the soap anyway. You just have to watch how you walk for the rest of the week. I did so many jobs. I was a busboy. I was a waiter. You know what I'm saying? Wendy's in the 90s. You're funny. Yeah. I've done my, I've worked a night shift. I love that God put me through the ringer of some of the, some interesting jobs. Ran a restaurant. Wow. Show the Burger Hut green screen. Yeah. I worked a small truck stop diner. Do we have the Burger Hut green screen? We got rid of it. Oh yeah, the Mickey D. Yeah, we do. We have it. Yeah. Oh, it doesn't like to play though. It likes to play games for some reason. I don't know why it didn't want to play. The mic should be better somewhere here. I'll be better at using the newer mic. It's supposed to be cool and not hit your face, but then I let it hit my face anyway. So. Interesting enough. Everyone should be waiting tables in their life. God, good lessons. Amen. Yeah, it definitely puts it in. Every time I go out to eat, every single time I think about the person and what it's like to wait tables. And I always give a good tip, and I as long as if the service is absolutely horrible, like I question it, then I'm like, I don't know, But most of the time, 80% of the time, the service has been amazing recently. The place I go in Boston, good service. I know the people. I go to the same places. Like, I find places with good food and good service, and I keep going back, I got a place right now here in Florida that I can't even tell you guys. The food is so dang good. I don't want to tell everybody, because if I do, they're going to go there. And I don't want to blow it up right now. It's only been open a year and people don't know about it. But it's a one restaurant chain that only, that was really good. And so they opened up one other location. And I'm telling you, they're making the food just like they're making it at the other spot, and they're making it spot on, but nobody knows. Shh. So it's like, even on a busy weekend, get in, get out. This man, don't tell people, man. He just said what it was, man. Don't tell people, man. It's so crazy that you said it without me saying anything. And there was no one else saying anything else, right? Crazy. I mean, it's the best breakfast, really, I've had. And I go to all different places. I mean, they nail it. They absolutely nail it there. You got to keep some of the gems to yourself. Shout out to Stack McChange in the house. When are you going to drive across Alligator Alley, Stack? Hang out, bro. Come hang out in Sarasota. Keep it, you got to away from that big city, man. I know the fam looks up to you, though, and you be barbecuing, and you be taking care of the peoples, though. So, I know how it is. But I'm starting to get settled in. Now we got to dress the patio with some plants. We got to make it feel like tropical in the patio, right? We got to make that vibe. We got to make that vibe happen. 66,730. If we get the retest, if we drop, we're falling all the way back down to about 65.8. So this is kind of a line in the sand here for Bitcoin. Boom, right? There's your next target for Bitcoin, and I stand by it. 65,682. Unless we get the bounce and stay above the 200. Right now, we're getting a bit of a bounce. Like golly gee oh my, we're getting the bounce over here. That makes me a little, I get a little excited for that bounce. And it makes me want to go back at it one more time, possibly. I don't know about it right, there's a chance. I mean, that's it. There's your cup in handy. Kind of a shoulder, head, and shoulder there too, but it has legs. And stochastic's a little higher than I'd want. I'm chasing yet again, but there's your move with the bounce. And again, it's basically a break above the 200 again. You play the same exact trade yet again. In control. They're not in control. You're in control. 66,197. Stop. Take profit. 66,702. 1 for 300. Right? The same thing again. This is 1 for 2. I can't take the trade. It already went too far ahead on me. I'd have to extend the target. And even then, it's like, so that one I have to let sail because but it looks like it's going to rip though. And so again, while everyone chases and panic sells, I can see the key entries because I know technical analysis. This is all based off TA. I was looking for the bounce off the yellow line, the 200 MA, because that's where we should get a bounce if we should get a bounce. Get it? Just be careful on a Sunday night. Don't get too crazy here. Okay? If you want to jump on in and learn more, all right, we have pinned links here to CryptoLifer.com. Go to CryptoLifer.com and jump into my trading group today and get the education you deserve. Unlock financial freedom from someone that hasn't taken a day off since February of 2021. We're talking over 3 years now. And we have witnesses to it. It's digitally imprinted. So I know that someone can go through the digital imprint and say, no, this man hasn't taken a day off in 3 years. He really hasn't. He's done 3 straight years. He bookmaps years. He bookends years. Straight up. And if you go to the bottom here, you'll be able to put in our weekly newsletter, put your email address, hit consent, and jump on into our weekly newsletter every single week too as well. But join today, get into the 99, unlock financial freedom. It'll change your life. I'm telling you right now, give me a month of your life and say I don't give you enough. Even if you only spend a month with me and you move on, I know I'm going to be able to leave an imprint on you. And you'll always think back, should I have stayed in that group for more? And so I think there's 2 types of people that stay in the group and become millionaires. They make it happen. They never, and people that think what would have happened had they stayed in the group, right? But again, I can't guarantee you're going to become a millionaire and train the group. And I don't give anyone false tenses of fast money. It took me a long time to finally breach that goal in my life. And, you're really never where you need to be. You're always striving for more. The second you get somewhere else, there's always another, if you're progressive and you want to move, there's always something else you're striving for, right? So, but shout out to everybody that supports me, my family, my small business, my trading group, my YouTube channel. Gratitude to everybody out here. Blessings. Let's get those likes up to the watchers. 900 people on the live, 430 likes. Let's go, baby. Let's go. On this beautiful weekly candle close for Bitcoin. And now, look, I see a shoulder, a head, and a bit of a right shoulder. Bitcoin showing signs of bearishness, period. Smaller time frames have lost the 200 SMA, right? We got a little bit of a bounce. Wasn't good enough. So what do I see? What do I see happening into tonight for BTC? So we made the beautiful inverted head and shoulder. Daily bounce off 60,571. Daily got resistance at 67,005, right? We're in a range. We do not want to go lower than 67.8, 64.8, 64,000, even right here like that. So let's see the daily pull back to the 21-day moving average in a bit of a flag. The 21's a little far away. Let's heed that idea. And so let's look for the daily to probably in the next 5 days slowly pull back, use this as support, and get that bounce back to the upside. Flatten some longs along the way. Give us one more good price for Bitcoin below 65,000. And then we gone, baby. We gone. Right? So the daily's a little overbought and a little far away for the 21. And I haven't really openly kind of looked at that closely. The 4 hour is attempting to kind of, consolidate. So there's a chance that the 4 hour consolidates somewhat like this. And the daily, that's how the daily consolidates too, like sideways. So this is it. Unless, either that or you're going to make a right shoulder here and possibly fall to the downside. So you're watching for the smaller time frames to get this bounce and consolidate. There will be a trade in there. We may miss it. I may not nail that. But I'll wait for consolidation for sure to be on the better side of history there. So that's really key. If Bitcoin loses 65.8, it comes down and tests 64,000 again, and then we'll go from there. So we're actually a key zone. We want to get a bounce here. This is important. To me, it looks likely that the 4 hour is going to get a bounce, just like it did last time when I called it there. It's similar idea here. Looking pretty bearish, a lot of FUD, kind of fear for whatever reason, and boom. But this might just come up here and then consolidate. It may not make the rip that this one made, because that was the 200 SMA that gave us the love. And remember, keep the 8 hour in the back of your mind and make sure the 8 hour does not lose the 200. As long as the 8 hour doesn't lose the 200, my long is still open and I'm going for the big one. So remind yourself that, because that's what I used to know is know all this, but then forget it. And then the trade, and then 2 weeks later, I'd be like, man, I forgot about the 8 hour. I should have, now. So I remind you every day and keep you guys on your toes. Make sure you can see things that I'm pointing out so you don't miss them. That's what this stream is about. That's what I'm here for. So you can learn concepts from me, and then also concepts from me, and also be reminded of when to use them and how. Or when to, at least to remind yourself about them. Oh yeah, look, the 21 crosses the 200. That's bullish. So even though I see some bearishness in the smaller time frame, and there's some levels we got to make, the 4 hour and the 8 hour both look like a bounce is going to come. Now this set, but we might just make a right shoulder here. See, and this might make the shoulder, the head, the right shoulder, and then dumpski. So we'll see what happens. I do see a bounce, but it doesn't mean I'm all in on the long at that point. All right. And that's what I see happening for Bitcoin on the night. Like likely, and what will be awesome is, we don't bear flag here. We get back above this key resistance. Resistance. We flip 64.5, 66.5, back to the top of the pattern, right? And we consolidate. Otherwise, we bear flag back, and the 1 hour comes and revisits the 200 MA. Boom, right? We lose the POC. We bearishly retest. We drop down. And then even all the way down here to this next, 62.8. So I got some big signals, and I can see how we could easily get a nasty drop tonight, or just sideways in an easy little pop, right? So that's what I see. I don't see a massive pump. Some nights I do. I don't tonight. If anything, I just see, a saving grace pump away from the top of this channel to give us a little bit of, a safe zone away from a massive dump, or a bigger dump. How you would trade that was look at your 15. I mean, your 15's also already in a bear flag below the 200 SMA. So I got to remain bearish now. I got to go back to my fundamentals. And so I would wait. I wouldn't long. I would not long unless the 7 breaks back above the 200 and we see some consolidation. Unless you're really, really looks a little risky to long right now. 1 minute keeps hugging the 200, I guess. That's if you stay above the 200, I guess you're all right. If you break out and retest 66.5, possible that's when I would long. Right now, this is technically a bear flag with shoulder, head, and right shoulder, and we're below the 15 and the 7-minute 200 MA. So right now, I have to say bearish unless we can break back above 66.5. So that's my last call for Bitcoin and that could change in the next 2-3 hours. That's the only thing you got to understand. All right. Follow me at CryptoLifer33. I'd greatly appreciate it. On our way to 30,000 followers. And I'm putting out content every single day, ideas, sharing my morning with you. Just awesome ideas every day. So jump on in. I can't wait. All right. Blessings to everybody out here. He said he was sorry. Everyone. It's so crazy. So crazy. Anyway. What a day it is to be alive. And that Iran's president, I saw that. But to me, I'm not saying, look at that head and shoulder pattern right there. Look at it. 1, 2, 3. Lost the 21 SMA. You're going down, right? 65, 66,000. 1, 2, 3. I see a bear flag, yeah. Funny, I just scalped long too, and sold the top. Insane, right? and watch it just pop up and chop. It is Sunday night into Monday, heavy volatility. It's not when I like to trade, so be careful. They're going to liquidate on either side of the board. If you like to trade Sunday night into Monday, usually you like to lose your money. All right. Funny, I just traded. It's like, but if you're not in and out and you're not like doing it surgically, just be careful. All right. Altcoins are going to have the time. We're going to fire off altcoins all the time. To me, it's just still not their time to shine yet. We're just not there yet. I'd love to say we're there yet, but we're just not there yet. BOOKMAP showing long liquidations now to the downside. They got them short. They got them long. And there's way more liquidity taking you all the way back down to 63,000. I really want to see 65.5 hold and hold good and just like be done with that level. I don't want to deal with it ever again. I want to be above 65.5 and call it a day. All right. Anyway, everyone, I'm going to call it a night here and pack it in. I'll see you tomorrow morning for Bitcoin and the regular Monday show. We'll see what the volatility brings us. The show's been amazing. Even on Monday, we had some good trading the last few weeks. So Monday's been amazing. I would definitely tune in if you can. The trading has been awesome. The volatility for Bitcoin's been around. We've been able to nail it. So as long as there's movement, we're good to go. Look at, there's that head and shoulders starting to drop to the downside, just as I said it would. And again, we caught it late. I'm not trying to say I nailed that one. I wish I had said it there. But we caught it late. It looks like it's going to head lower for Bitcoin. At the end of the day, I call bearishness because you lost the 200 SMA on the 1 minute. That's bear city to me. And this has more liquidity to the downside as well. And look, now we're falling right down, just as suggested, for Bitcoin. You saw me sell that top. And then it struggled, made a head and shoulder pattern, and now it's following. See, the TA says head and shoulders break down 68% of the time. What's happening? It's breaking down. It's doing exactly what the TA tells you it's going to do. Don't play with the technical analysis. I'm telling you, it's pretty amazing. All right. I use Sunday nights for my DCAs, baby. Shout out to Vitality B in the house. And there you go. Look at that drop. Like exactly like it was supposed to. Just like it was an inverted head and shoulder, it would have dropped to the upside. It did exactly like it was supposed to. Exactly to the target. Look at to the line. This stuff is so insane, right? Like wicks basically to the line. And I drew it quick, like quite primitive on the line, but that's what you see. TA is that amazing. Sold the top before the mop. Amen. And look at the bounce now off of the target. So crazy. Could be a bigger dump to the downside here. That target takes you all the way down here, like I showed you, to 65,000. And there is liquidity to take us there. So it wouldn't, and that is a bear flag, and that's a shoulder, head and shoulder for more. So don't be surprised if we do see more, and we broke 200 SMAs. So don't be surprised if we see some more downside here for Bitcoin. The key level to get us back above is 66.5. You want a 66.5 or more downside. Okay. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. I will see you tomorrow for another absolutely amazing, fantastical, mystical, powerful live stream. I'll see you tomorrow. We will nail it, knock it out the park like we do every single day. This weekend was amazing. Thank you for sticking with me. And we'll be back at it again. God bless you all. Thank you so much for your time. I'll see you tomorrow. Stay strong. Stay focused. Stay disciplined. You can, you will. You are the best. Who cares what anyone else thinks of you? You know what my mom said? Stop. You're not that important. Yeah. Stop wondering what people think of you. You're not that important anyway, right? You know. But it was our little joke. But I love you all. I appreciate you. And stay strong no matter what happens in your life. My parents died basically back-to-back 7-month period. My mom died on Thanksgiving in front of me. Couldn't even eat the turkey. And I never took a day off. So what's your excuse?